Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well. I'm going to talk a little bit today about art and the role that art can play in a therapeutic way to help you heal. If you've got any issues that you find it difficult to express through talking, and maybe it might be too overwhelming for you. So art is a really good way to start that process of healing. So art promotes a very important role in well-being and mental health. You can do it through music, through drawing, through craft, through writing, through dance, through song. There's loads of different ways you can express yourself through art. Me personally, I do it through painting and sculpture and drawing. I'm an artist myself, and I've found that in the past, if I've been dealing with very difficult emotions and maybe I'm not quite ready to talk about it, or maybe I don't fully understand it, I will use art to help me understand and process those emotions. So art has a very natural way of taking you through a process that's very gentle, and if you can't talk to someone, it's a really good way to start to process your emotions, and then it bridges that gap, and then eventually as you start to understand it, start to process, then you might be able then to open up and start to talk about it. It's a very safe way, and you can do it at your own pace, in your own space, that where you feel safe and secure. And you can also do it in a group setting. There are a lot of art therapy groups now popping up everywhere as it's becoming more known. Art allows us to connect deeply to our inner self in very profound ways. And a lot of the time, it's very misunderstood how that happens. But through the art process, we create new pathways in our brain. And what happens is it bypasses the thinking brain. And it's also a process where your mind and your body are involved together. So through that process of creating, you're using your hands, or you're moving your body if it's through dance or whatever. And you're also using the mind as well, the imagination. Whether as if you're exercising, you're just using the body, and or if you're like meditating, you're just using the mind. You have to think your way into the body. So it's a really good way to use mind and body together. It's a type of somatic grounding experience. It can connect us as well across barriers, through language, through race, through cultures. You know, using the art of symbols, of movements, of music, of drawing, you know, visualizations can cross all these barriers and boundaries that language just isn't good at doing it at all sometimes. Art also lets you play and explore and use your imagination and create a mess like you used to do when you're a child. It lets you be creative. It can turn something that maybe has caused you quite a lot of suffering and struggle, and it goes through a type of alchemical process, and then you can transfer or transform that suffering into something really beautiful, some sort of creation, like a piece of music or a song or a play or a piece of artwork. It's really alchemical in the way it works. Art also helps you to think independently through the process. It encourages you to use your own discernment, your own unique thinking processes. It creates a stillness and a calmness and really puts you in the present because you become very present and get lost in it, lost in the moment while you're making your artwork. It deeply connects you to yourself, it will ground you, and it will also help you to find solutions to things that maybe you couldn't because it bypasses the thinking brain and brings you deep into the unconscious things that are going on in the background that maybe you have repressed and need to start working on and bringing up. So the more that you experiment and explore and play and let go, the more benefit it will have for you. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a professional at anything. All you have to do is take an interest in an artful way, something that you enjoy, and just get in and start doing it. If you've always wanted to write songs or make paintings or craft or join a theatre group or a dance group, do it and just have fun. That's the purpose of it, is to let go. It's been shown in a lot of studies that the rhythmic movement of either the body or the hands, along with the process of the mind, releases feel good endorphins, the same as way like exercise and being in nature, things like that. Art does the same thing. You'll also learn to think from different perspectives as you explore and play and sort of experiment with different things in your art process. That will also help you in your everyday life because you'll start to think outside of the box and think from a lot of different points of view. It also helps you to be more playful and have fun more and not take life too seriously. Get back to that child within you. And sometimes, if we have suffered and have a lot of that suffering still deep within us, and we've not been able to talk about it, it's been too painful, too overwhelming. This is a really gentle, soft way for you to begin to explore at your own pace and in your own way. It's a very safe space, and you can stop and start as much as you like. There's no clock, and the more and more you develop, the safer you'll feel, and then you might be able to open up later on because you've started that process. So I'm encouraging everybody today, if you're on a healing journey, it's very windy. If you're on a healing journey, start creating, start playing, use your imagination, get stuck in, and just enjoy it and have fun. So, from me and my lovely girl here, who's rooting in the muck as usual, is that right, baby? Take care. Till next